What's up, Xander? What's up, Skydoodle? How you guys doing? Ooh, I wonder if I do want Supersonic. Hey, Skydoodle, have you already sent me a potential Trunda team at all? I suppose I could also build the other team that you're... I don't know if I have the silver to build the other team that we've been talking about, but... So I've been using this one. I know, right? Usually I'm like, 15 minutes late, but I'm actually already awake for this stream, so it makes a difference, right? Sorry for not streaming this morning as well, everybody. Feeling a little bit under the weather, combined with the fact that well, no, this morning I was just so I was under the weather, but I also woke up like crazy early because I went to bed early last night since I wasn't feeling good. I woke up at like 5:30 in the morning, and then my daughter woke up not long after that. So then I got her breakfast and everything, and then it was like, well, now I'm tired again. Toward like around 8 o'clock, I was like, I'll take a nap. It'll be fine. I always do that anyways, right? I go back to sleep at 8 o'clock and then wake up at 9, take a shower and come stream. My alarm went off at 9. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not getting out of bed. I'm gonna cancel. Did you see the crazy progress Jane made in Hard Hydra? I have not looked yet. Kenzie's voting Arena. 5:30 is very early because you just get tired. Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like I woke up and then immediately got tired within a couple of hours. So, no, let's take a look. Let's take a look at Hard Hydra. Let's go. Oh, Gwendolyn's cooking. I need to get Jane's Gwendolyn build. Man, I wish I had Molly on the free to play. I'm on the main account right now, by the way. I know there's an old school way for me to have all 3 accounts up. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just doing one account at a time. The main reason for that is because it puts a lot of strain on my PC, and my PC would not start when I went to record my video today. So that was scary. When school's on, I'll wake up at 6 to get to school, then feel very tired. Well, for me, I was waking up way outside my normal sleep schedule. And then it was just one of those things where my dog woke me up drinking out of his bowl. That's all it was. Right? I just heard, and I was like, Teddy, no. And then I was up. And so I tried to fall back asleep. I tried to play some stuff on my phone that would make me tired and things, things I usually do. And I just couldn't fall asleep. So I was like, all right, well, I'm up. It's patch day. Let's go see what's going on. I go investigate all that stuff. And then next thing I know, I'm, it's 8 o'clock and my alarm's going off to get breakfast for my daughter. Whoa, wrong about Gwendolyn. I never said anything bad about Gwendolyn. I love Gwendolyn, but she's got a reviver. So I don't have that. And that really hurts me quite a bit on my current team. This is almost identical to my current team, except my provoker is not a reviver, and I don't run an Inquisitor Shamil. No. I did not find her underwhelming. I may have said that. I will be honest, I may have said that. I meant for my uses. I think Gwendolyn does a great job. I'm not on the right account. But I think Gwendolyn does a great job of doing what she's doing, but when you combine it with Razzlevarg and combine it with what I could potentially get out of Panda. It's a little weird. I think she's going to be great for my second Hydra team. I don't think that she can currently make the cut on the main team because I don't have that reviver. And unfortunately, because I'm running such a squishy team on that, I'm running Razzlevarg and a Gwendolyn, and they are not built for survivability at all. And so without that tankiness, they are getting cooked, whether it's a reflect damage. Oh, wait. Is that that's did you follow me on Twitch? That looked like a follow. I think that was a follow update. Also, hi, Posy. But yeah, it's just this weird spot. Now, if I had that reviver as a backup in case, you know, Razzlevarg dies or Gwendolyn dies, or if I built them more tanky, yeah, sure, makes sense. But I can't pull that off right now. Not with the characters I have. I don't have great supports on the free-to-play. We got to remember that. The free-to-play doesn't have, like, any, you know, huge, great supports. What's up, name I can't say? Yeah. It's a matter of account, right? If I that's why I said, in fact, that's exactly why I said when I was looking there, I exactly said, I wish I had Molly. Because Molly would allow me to do this exact team, take out Shamil for Razzlevarg, and we'd be cooking, hopefully doing close to, if not that much damage. Because this is my exact team, except I would have Razzlevarg here, and I have Wixwell here, which I would replace with Molly, right? Because she's a provoker. And a reviver, which is really, really good. Okay. So this is the team I'm trying to figure out. I would love feedback from y'all with it. Potentially need to rebuild the Mishinaki. Now, I have tried it with some other people. I've tried it with an unbooked Estrid. I think that's all I did. I tried it with an unbooked Estrid, I think. So far, my deaths have been to greediness. This is normal. This is a Trunda team. This isn't meant to be a difficult team. This is meant to be a let's cook. Let's big Trunda damage stuff. So you'll see that here. She's about to do Trunda things on her turn right now. So there's Trunda things, right? Now that's only a fraction of the damage she'll be able to do once they're already dead. I'm trying to kill the heads first. And then I have a ton of cooldown reduction in this team, which is the idea here. Now, I am considering rebuilding him as well. You'll see here I am giving him turn meter because he's going to have his cooldown reset, which is what I'm looking for. Do that there. All right, so all the heads are down. We're resetting cooldowns again. I think, I don't know, but if I get lucky, I'll have some time to get the debuffs I need out. But I may not be able to. I think that this head is about to wake up. Yeah, that sucks. So speeds could be a factor for some of these other champions where I'd really like to see them go a whole lot faster. Because what we're really looking for is that kind of perfect storm where we have all of the heads dead and all of the debuffs up. Your lady has, exactly, lady's in this. Lady's right there. And this team is doing way better than what it did before. Before it could probably eke out maybe 300 million points, but that was about it on normal, which is low, which is considerably low for what we're looking to do. But I am looking for suggestions on ways to possibly make this a little bit better. If everything can line up here, I think I get a big hit here. Let's just lock in the turn meter for her. Perfect. Yep, here we go. Alright, there. Big chunk of damage there. That's what we were looking for. So, Estrid is not booked yet. Estrid would be my next champion that I would try to build for this. Hey, what's up, Icky? Emic is 3-turn cooldown, right? So if you had 3 cooldown reducing champions, Trunda could always A2, right? Yeah, but I don't need it because it doesn't. You don't have to have. I'm not on a 1-to-1 ratio. My speeds are so fast here that I'm pretty much getting it most of the time with just 2 cooldown reducing champions, and I do have Lady in Relentless as well to try and get more cooldowns. I know Reflex would probably be a little bit better, but because Emic is reducing her cooldown often, it's a 2-turn cooldown, and sometimes that extra turn gets me. I don't know. I also don't have great reflex gear on the account. I had some of my fastest gear on the account just happened to be Relentless, which is why I went with it. This is just an experimental build. Like, this is the first iteration of it. I haven't really played with it or tested it. I'm testing it today, and that's probably what we'll be doing mostly here on stream, although there have been some requests for Arena. I don't know when the live arena resets, but I'd be happy to go over to the free-to-play and do that. But I am open to any suggestions that you guys are willing to give. If I put Lydia in a Hex set, maybe replace Mishinaki with another cooldown reducing champion. I don't know that Hex is consistent enough. This is on normal. My suggestion would be build the Yannicka team. That is a completely separate team than the one that we're currently working with. I agree that I need to build the Yannicka team. I will build the Yannicka team you sent me. However, I was very excited for Lady of Ireth, and I want to do this Trunda team. I've got Trunda, Kymar, and Lady of Ireth, so I'm learning as well. Lydia in Hex is better than Mishinaki here, so I don't know what my Hex looks like. Let's take a look, huh? Let's take a look. That, you're not. None of that is what I wanted. Yeah, not great. So I cannot make... I currently cannot make a Hex set. Now let me look and make sure that I'm not doing something dumb, because I probably am. It's not this. It's, is it Fire Knight? No, maybe it is Ice Golem. Yeah, it is. Okay. I bet you I'm doing something dumb. Nope, I'm not. I'm just not getting good cursed gear. I may have to change that now that I think about it. Since we are looking for cursed gear, let me change that to include 5 stars. Okay. Yeah, again, this wasn't something that I was considering doing like a cursed set on her before. Previously, I was like, okay, I get everything I need as far as Hex from Mishinaki, and then, so it's just a flat out a matter of not knowing this, right? Not knowing what to do. Also, Lady Mikage is built for Arena, which changes things a little bit, right? But Emic could probably get some improvement done on him. Um, what if Emic would? No, it doesn't matter. I can't make a curse set work. But what's up, Nick? She would work in protection. In fact, it might benefit me a great deal if I was to put her in protection. Unfortunately, I would have to remove that from some of my other champions right now. I don't think I have enough protection to make 2 9-piece protections. Furthermore, I don't know that I have that in Sylvan Watchers. In fact, if I had it in Sylvan Watchers, it might actually be better on Emic. Where are you, you dumb new redhead? There you are. Yeah, so I don't think... Yeah, I've only got 2 pieces of protection for accessories for now. For now, right? For now. What's up, twin? Yeah, she almost never does any damage, too. She's almost always using both of these attacks. We don't get low on HP. All right, so let's just theorycraft right now. Let's say that I do put Lydia in Hex. Let's say I farm up enough Hex. I get Lydia in Hex. And I take out Mishinaki. Is Estrid the answer there? And would Estrid not also be good in Hex? Potentially? A very Sylvan-heavy team, by the way. Is it worthwhile running 2 champions in Hex to get an increased chance at landing that? How long in Curse set? How long is the Hex last for? That's the question, right? 2 turns. That is good. Okay. Both in Cursed. Should only need 1. Okay. All right. So we're kind of all over the place. Yeah, the reason, by the way, so Sky's talking about a team that he suggested to me, which was one of the gimmicky teams right now with Yannicka, the Shield team, which I'm very open to. The problem is I feel like I have to build several champions for that. I only need to build. To make this team work the way I want it to. All I had to do is build Lady of Erith, and it's already better. I've just been greedy with it, and I've died a couple of times. That's all that it boils down to. I just died a couple of times. That's not the right thing. I died once to not putting taunt up when I should have, and then I died another time to reflect damage. So the reason I bring Mikage, and what I love about Mikage, is increase attack and increase crit damage. She's my increase attack champion. As far as increase attack champions on the account. Oh, yeah, you'd be getting it from Estrid, huh? So maybe I could swap out Lady Mikage, but I do like Lady Mikage's kit here. I could potentially make the swap for Grand Oak and get even more cooldown reduction, potentially, I suppose. But again, I'm doubling up on the increased speed there. Now, she brings turn meter and increased speed, right? Yeah. Okay. Saf's Trunda team is Trunda, Emic, Painkeeper, which could easily, yeah. Venus, don't have Venus. Gerptuck, don't have Gerptuck, don't have Shuzen. Yeah. No, great suggestions. Just all champions I don't have. Yeah, exactly. That's why I want Estrid. She's decreased speed. She's an additional weaken. Um, Correct. Grand Oak would give stats to everybody per what they need. He would give every stat to everybody that they need. No, 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 no. I'm saying Estrid makes the cut. I'm saying that Estrid makes the cut. The question that was posed to me is if Estrid makes the cut, is Mikage still necessary since we're not running a Shadowkin. Like, does she become expendable now? You know? And that's where I was wondering, like, instead of Mikage, would Padrig be good there? Would an additional would a block buffs be good, since that actually is a bit of a problem for this team. Theoretically, it shouldn't be, because the heads should be dead all the time, but they're not, because my Trunda can only do so much, right? She's not built perfectly. So Padrig would give me that additional cooldown reduction. If I did use Padrig here, that would give me some extra cooldown reduction with his A1. Some more turn meter fill, which would be great. But it sounds like I'm probably screwed because I won't be able to use Emic, because the shield team I think is going to be more damage and more consistent, since my Trunda is not as strong as some other Trundas out there, and I have to use Emic in the shield team. But yeah, Emic needs a rebuild. He's only 213 speed. He could be much faster than this, and I'd want to go higher resist as well. Because he would be the mischief tank too. Additional cooldown. He doesn't. What? Yes, he does. What are you talking about? Padrig cooldown reductions. A1. What is it? 25, 35, 45, 50% chance to decrease cooldown of a random ally skill by 2 turns. I understand it's not what you're saying, like it's not what you want him to do, but it would be additional cooldown reduction. A Renegade or Painkeeper, but that's not fun. Yeah. Alright, I guess I can build a Trunda team in the future and use a Painkeeper instead of Emic. But since I don't have any of the stuff built, let's focus on now, okay? So Estrid's out. Can you guys think of anything that is built right now that would be better suited than this combination. We don't have cursed, right? So we can't consider a hex set. And this currently is my increase attack champion. I wonder, is there anybody? Let's include the vault just in case. Anybody that brings increase attack and decrease speed. That's not Estrid. I didn't realize he brought this. Oh, it's on his A1. Okay. I really want to try this guy. I know he hits a lot harder now, but nothing special about his kit. Wait. I feel like... Alright, hold up. This dude's thingies are like just floating in the air. They're not connected to anything, and that bugs the hell out of me. I do not have a Kymar. I'm not actually looking at this guy anymore. I just got distracted by him because I was hoping he'd be cool when I pulled him. It's a normal team, Kenzie. Yeah. This guy's in the vault. He's been in the vault. I tried to run him. You can see he's 60. I did try to run him, but his damage was garbage. So he got vaulted. Scribble, I have 0 faction unity champions either. And that guy, yeah, that guy's not a faction unity champion. Can you show the rolls on your hex gear? I'm just curious. Sure, absolutely. You'll see like a lot of speed and accuracy, maybe crit rate, crit damage. Like that's usually the stuff that I keep. Speed and accuracy or crit rate and crit damage, which now, honestly, I feel like I don't want any piece in this game that doesn't have speed on it at this point, regardless of what else is on it. Yeah. What's really funny is I noticed on my Estrid, was it my Estrid? No, it's not my Estrid. It's somebody else. Was it my lady? No, where is she? I had a champion. Oh, it was my Duchess. Don't ignore this Duchess build. This is not... I stopped using her because I just can't get her built right, and she's not fully mastered yet. But I noticed she had 215 accuracy, and I was like, why do I have that much accuracy on her? She doesn't need any accuracy. The reason is because all the speed gear that I keep has accuracy on it. And I was like, what am I doing? My head blocked all the hex stuff? Might be. So speed and accuracy, speed. I'm looking at the camera, the screen now to make sure. Speed and accuracy. That one I kept for crit damage, but again, you know. So when I keep a piece like this, and this is all my process, don't copy what because I'm sure that Vodka's going to tell you that I'm stupid. But when I keep a piece like this, I keep it because it's crit rate, crit damage, and it's like a stat stick for an HP-based nuker that I could build around, right? If this procs really high crit rate or really high crit damage and I get high crit rate from other pieces, like this could be a really good gap piece to make a team work. I just had a realization. It's something I don't think I've done yet. We haven't talked anything about this set. Like, wouldn't Supersonic be good on some of these champions we've been looking at? Is that not a thing? Hey, Posy, thank you for becoming a blockhead. I appreciate it.
Shoot him, Kevin!
There it is. I was like, where's my sound? Not for Hydra. Okay. Should I try to build my Arbiter in that? Or maybe some of my other speedy champions? Like, could that be a good set for our Mons if I can get the accuracy I need? Nuts on Arbiter. Good for our Mons. You're working on it for Warlord. Got it. Unfortunately, I don't appear to have a single piece of it for High Elves. And, oh wait, no, there we go. I've got 2 pieces of it for High Elves. But there's no speed on the banner here. Which I would like. I wonder... I think this is worth reworking. I mean, this is really only a good if there's speed on it, right? Like... okay. Not great. And I do have some of this in here. I don't think any of those were going to High Elves, though, but let's start making cuts in here. Am I crazy to just want to... I mean, I'm not going to do this, but am I crazy to want to just cut any regular 5-star piece at this point? Like... I only keep 6-star epics. If you look, like, if I do the filter, 5-star rares, it's only stuff that's already leveled or something to make a set. Like, I got to keep that stuff, right? It's all specialty stuff. Stone skin, you know, but like this one can get sold actually. Well, it's got some speed on it. I will say any of these banners, if they don't have speed, they get sold right now. Yeah, see, like these 2, those get sold. 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 I think that can get sold. I don't think that gets used anywhere. That's got speed on it. It's got a lot of HP. I don't know that who would I'd use that for, but speed, no speed. No. I mean, maybe. I said maybe. Sorry. I can't hear that word and not think of that song. Exactly. I'm getting to the point where the set items are so appealing and I'm gonna get so many more of them. Right? My Hydra teams are gonna be cooking. I can do 1.3 billion. Is it actually that? That's what we were talking about in the podcast the other day, but I don't know if that's at 1.2 billion, sorry. Um no shot. Two, three, three, and four? That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. Yes. That's 12 accessories a week for me? Yeah, we're cleansing, bro. We are cleansing all of that. I'm just going to do this blind. I don't even care. Anything 5-star that's not a set needs to get cooked. It does, but Kenzie, yes, they're 5-star epics, but if you're gonna tell me that I can make a protection set with a 5-star epic, I'm going to use it. If you're telling me I can make a stone skin set with 5-star epics, I'm gonna use it. Like, can I do this first? Okay. All right, hold up. We'll be a little careful about this. I'm gonna say this: if it's a mythical piece and it's HP with a pre-roll, or if this was a defense pre-roll, I'd keep it. This one, that's a lot of survivability for somebody who's a Shadowkin tanky person that would wear this, though. You know what I mean? I think I'd cook. I think I'd get rid of that. I'm not even gonna look at these. Not even gonna look at them. Not looking. I think I'll get rid of that. Not even looking at these. Flat defense roll. No. 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 That's a triple defense roll. We'll keep that one. I'll be a little generous. These are all going. Like, I got to make room for all the new accessories. Yeah, exactly, Icky. Like, to be able to work a 3-piece protection set into anything is going to be huge. No. Yes. Yes. No. What was this one? This one rolled, but yeah, we don't need that. No. No. I don't care about any of these other ones. Nope. Yes. It's a simple rule, but it's a rule. And this looks bad right now, but again, I'm filtering by 5 stars. Like, I have a bunch of 6-star stuff to replace this, so I don't think I'm actually hurting my account. Y'all want to hear a really funny story about how I did hurt my account? Very early on in my raid days, I was very, like, trying to make room for stuff. Or no, I was trying to sell stuff for silver. And I was like, okay, I want to sell all of these shields. And so instead of doing a filter that way, I just wanted to sell all of the shields for the curing set that you get from 12-3 Brutal. I might be calling it the wrong set, right? But I filtered it using these arrows and just assumed that since they weren't on my screen, they weren't getting selected. I sold every single shield on my account all at once because I clicked select all and it sold every single shield. This was a long, long time ago. As you can tell, my account has recovered quite a bit. But that was devastating for me for a long time. I will say there are some races that do still have to use some of these 5 stars. Like, I'll be honest, that's why my filtering has been including 5 stars for a while. Um, like that's why I kept the 5 star legendary ones, because there are some where I probably won't have a viable ring anymore, but I'm about to get a bunch more viable rings, even that'll be better serving for me. So they really nerfed Spider hard for like, yeah, they really hurt those dungeons now. They feel way less useful than they did. I mean, I know people have been saying that for a while, but it feels way more cooked than what it was. Like, oh, these are regular. These are all regular ones. None of these should be 5 star, though. My filters on running it should have kicked all that out, so. Alright, that's a problem for another day. Yeah, I already do that. I already sell all 5 star spider stuff. Um, I think. Yeah, I'm already selling all 5 star spider stuff. I could probably tell it to start selling epics too, but I don't think I'm that far. Like, I think I still need some 6 star stuff, because you can see like my ring count is now a little bit lower, but we'll get there. Eventually we'll stop keeping the epic stuff too. Um, the other thing too is like the epic banners will be really, the 6 star epic banners will be really handy. And we've only scratched the surface. I only did rings just now. So, we'll have to go back in later and do the amulets and such. Here's the thing. Yeah, I'm not using as strong of words as other content creators saying that these dungeons are not viable anymore. Like, they're saying these are useless now. I'm not saying that. I think that's a step too far. But this is severely hindered right now because I can get per week stone skin and protection accessories. How many did I count? I mean, we can recount it, I guess, right? So it's 4, 3, 3, and then 2. So 12, right? That's a lot. Man, we are going to see so much more stone skin in Arena. Because, like, if we think about my, like, regular nukers, like Harima, I think we were trying to make this work the other day, and we just couldn't, right? Because I didn't have a ring that was stone skin. I've got 12 chances, right? And I might even be able to get a chest. I don't know if I got any decent... What do I need? Oh, yeah, it's a ton of crit rate. Defense percent, chest. Yeah, that's not nearly enough crit rate on that one. And then this one, I think we already reworked it, right? It's an epic. I'll rework it. Yeah. I'm glad it rolled defense again, but no substats on it. I think you might be underselling the value of Stone Skin. Stone's Stone Skin is so good. I'd run an attack. Well, I wouldn't like it, but I could run an attack ring here. I don't need 4-piece Stone Skin on Harima. Honestly, like I'm not that worried about it, but there are champions that will be highly effective. Just imagine like having Armands in look, he's already rocking a stone skin ring right now. And that's not because it's stone skin. That's just because it was a good ring for him. Then I put on, if I get an act, like, oh, wow, I could actually put him, all I need is one piece of stone skin up here with speed and accuracy. And I can have Armands. Shoot, there you go, right there. Well, no, that's primary stats. That's not what I wanted. But let's keep that. Let's try and find one with speed. No, dang. Although supersonic would be pretty good for him too. But yeah. No speed on this, so that's why I wouldn't run it. Yeah, but even if I got protection, right? And let's say I just had 3 protection accessories. You could build speed, 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 and then 3 protection accessories and get an additional 12% speed. That's not something you could do in the game before, right? And it is something you can do now, but if you're not getting as many accessories ever, from Hydra, I'm just increasing my chance here to get even more speed. Granted, they may not have speed on the banner, right? Which is why these two are not really getting, used. But 12% extra speed, Yeah, exactly. Icky's got 4-piece on his, and that the reason that 4-piece on Armand's is so good is because if he's too slow to go first, there's that catch up mechanic, right? Because he doesn't lose his turn meter because he's in stone skin because you're not hitting him, right? So I would like my Armands in stone skin, and there's a real possibility that I could make it work. Yeah, you know what? There's nothing stopping me. This doesn't even have speed on it. So that piece that I was like, oh, that's bad. I could just get speed on this. Yeah. I don't think I have a better accuracy banner, but I gotta check. What am I doing? Is this real life? What am I even doing with my life? There's no shot. Dude, why is that banner on? It makes no sense when I have an accuracy banner with speed. That makes no sense. Thank you. I'm going to say your second, Shresta. Shresta. I don't know why I would run that. I really don't. That's a big surprise to me. Like, sincerely, I don't know what happened there. I know why I'm running this over the stone skin here, but I mean, what's his speed right now? Only 287. This is not my main, or well, it is my main account, sorry, but I don't really run Armands that much. To my own detriment, of course, but I mean, okay. What if we do speed and accuracy, hide set filters, prioritize speed? And I only lose 8 accuracy if I do this, by the way. Oh, it's less speed, but it's stone skin, right? Now that's a big dip because I'm losing perception here. All right, what if I do... Dang, I was hoping for some gauntlets. Like, if I could get gauntlets and a shield, I'd have the 4-piece and not have to get rid of the banner. Yeah, that's what I was looking for, to see if I had gloves here. Because these rolled pretty well. Because this neck would be okay. I'd lose quite a bit of accuracy, but I'm gaining stone skin. I don't think I can make... I don't really want to make either of these banners work, though. That's kind of what I'm saying. I'm trying to see if I can do it and make the banners work. But I lose a bunch of speed and accuracy if I lose the perception sets. I might be able to get away with losing the speed set, maybe. Okay, now I think now we might be doing something. I hate that they're only 5-star boots, but they have accuracy and it rolled accuracy too. I just want to check equipped really quickly and see. That's the most well, that's 19. But I kind of want to keep these boots on Astrid. I could put better boots on her, though. We'll use hers for now. Because I can get... she doesn't need stone skin for what I'm doing, using her for, right? What's up, Oxus? So now let's look at helmets and shield and gloves with substats of speed and accuracy in stone skin. And I'm going to prioritize by speed, though. I don't know. I don't think I can make it work. I think the speed rolls on the pieces that I have are too high. So I lose a lot of speed to make it work. Now, what if I take off the accuracy limitation and just go for my fastest stone skin gear? Does that change things? So that shield still gets used. Let's take this off. And we could try this one. I know it's crit damage, but that's a lot of speed. We do lose some accuracy, though. Really only gaining 4 speed, though. Yeah, I don't think it's in the cards yet. Yet. I do think... Oh, wait. I don't even need to do that, though. I don't even need to do that. Because I'm going to use the neck, right? So let's see if there's something faster on the entire account when it comes to helmet and gloves. Wait, I don't understand. I have equipped on. Does this not have accuracy on it? No. Oh, I just wanted to look at fastest that I have and has accuracy. So this doesn't the helmet I'm wearing doesn't have accuracy. Because it would be listed here. If I do this, if I take off the accuracy, then you'll see Armanza's helmet is here. So this is 1 speed slower for more accuracy. That's funny to me. If I just do speed... Well, this helmet's on a useless person. That only gets me 2 speed. And these gloves are 4 speed faster. So if I did that, I'm still 17 speed slower. And now I have less accuracy. Yeah, I don't think it's in the cards right now. I need to roll up more gear. Or go supersonic on him. Which I think I should do. But I gotta roll that stuff. So let's take a look at my supersonic gear real quick. I'm not looking at Armand's. Hang on. Okay, hold on. That's what I was trying to do. My brain, like, was malfunctioning there for a second. So we try that on. That's a good cost, Sky Doodle. It is currently 10:28 where I am, Oxus. Use the necker in place. Yep, I already said that one. Need to get 12 speed on them boots. Be sure to check rings. That's a free slot since the stats don't matter. Yeah, yeah. Oh shit, I can collect all of the chests. Have they fixed what? Yes, they fixed that vodka. What's up, Zort? How you doing? Oh yeah, no, they fixed it. Yeah. I hope they reimburse the people that suffered from that. But yeah, they did fix that. I don't know. Maybe I should go for Arbiter instead. I just re-rolled this, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I have a thought here. Those rolled really bad. All right, guys. I need your luck. I need your juju here. 2 speed rolls. What is going on? Oh. 1 speed roll. Okay. How much faster is it, though? So, all right. We'll take it to 16 and still hope for that second speed roll. We don't get it. We'll enchant it. I'll take a +4 for now. So that's a 6 speed loss. But if we do the fitting room and we try it on. So 343. Let's remember that. I'd probably lose too much, don't you think? So 343. We try this on. The stats don't matter on that. And if I do this... Yeah, it's not enough. What's up, Tig? Everything's going good, yeah. Grats on the 9-piece protection on Gerptuck. No, I just saw these gauntlets and was like, you know, there's got to be better gauntlets in Supersonic, right? I feel like I have enough rework stuff that we just start using this. And if it doesn't roll speed, I think I sell it. Yeah. It's not going to get used if it doesn't have speed on it. Okay, I can see that actually getting used, that particular one, because it had crit damage and crit rate. This has crit damage and crit rate, but I would rather re-roll it. Since it's an epic and I have plenty of these. Yeah, so we sell this now. So the 3-piece set is only 10% speed. Five pieces. So yeah, protection is still better for just pure speed. You get that 24% rather than the 20% on supersonic. Supersonic is still faster, I think, because of this. What is... Okay, so 24, 34. 22% speed between the two 8 pieces. So not that much of a dip, but this is still going to be faster. Just got to keep at it. Unfortunately, I did just switch. I've done as far as I can do on hard Centranos right now. I have currently saved up 220 voids on your free-to-play for the next 10x 2 times Yamek. That doesn't... What? Okay, so you're talking 2x voids with a 10x for Yumeko. 220 voids. I don't know if that's necessarily better. First of all, those aren't going to come that often. Almost think you're better off pulling during a progressive chance, but I don't know. And that would be your second Yumiko? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do live arena tonight. No full protection? That sucks. I did get some more Merciless stuff. Let's see if we got it. Nah. Dang it. I don't know who else I would want to put in Merciless. Ninja and Merciless. We got 2 pieces. Not great stats, though. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. I don't know. I don't feel like I have anybody really decent for PvP where a Merciless set makes sense right now. Although not everybody's here, right? Like, where's... There's Gempo. Okay. Like, Rhodos is the one that makes the best sense, and he's in Merciless already, so... Wish there was a way to look and better see where all my merciless gear is without having to sort through super hard. I also should do equipped, but that's gonna take even longer. Merciless, like I'm looking to see if there's any faction that has like a ton of merciless on it. There's one piece there. That's Dark Elves. Okay. I wonder if I could somehow make allele work. Because I've been killed by an allele before. It's just not easy to make work, right? Yeah. Not gonna lie, I was hoping for a Slayer Forge pass with the update. Do you think I'd be better off pulling during a guaranteed? You were right about saying those events are rare. Well, I mean, I don't know that you're ever gonna see a guaranteed Yumiko. If we were gonna see a guaranteed Yumiko, they'd probably put some crazy 12x. They'd probably do, if I was gonna put a guaranteed Yumiko out there, which I don't think they would ever do. Not given all the controversy around her, but if they were to do a guaranteed Yumiko, they would probably do like a 2x, 10x Yumiko the week, a couple of days before. But they would never do it. What's up, security boy? Is there anybody I'm like, so the problem with allele, I know he's not attack based. I was just making sure I wasn't missing anybody that might be vaulted. What even is he? Wait, what is Timid? HP? Yeah. He's not defense, is he? Do they have him as a support? Okay. No, he is an attack. I just didn't scroll down far enough to see him. So he is attack based. I know his multipliers are bad, by the way. What's it matter what they are? Oh, I was looking because, okay, I know that I'm probably wrong in this, but I don't like putting Merciless on like an HP or defense based nuker. Like, I don't know that I would want to put, because, and it's such a stupid reason, and I know I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong, but I don't like that it gives increased attack. I know it's still better, 35%, or yeah, 35% ignore defense, but like 25% attack, which gives them no benefit. It just rubs me the wrong way. You put merciless on supports. Okay. I definitely need to change my thinking on that, but I'm just so low on merciless gear that, that's how I feel, but I I don't know. The reason I'm thinking Alil, though, is because I do have two pieces of Merciless down here, and he would gain a benefit from that. His multipliers suck, though. I don't know. I feel like for my level, like the areas that I'm fighting, this guy might be good for me. For live arena, right? Because this is all unresistible. What is my player power? 8.9 million player power account. What do you... And if we look in Sylvan Watchers, we've got a crit. I thought I had more. I guess it was down here in Dark Elves that I had the last two Merciless. I thought I had two pieces. Oh, one of them's equipped. Ugh, come on. It's defense based though, with a triple attack roll. I don't know. I feel like that might sneakily catch people off guard. You know what I mean? He would probably still be hard countered by UDK though. I don't know that he could kill a really beefy UDK like a Georgian can. I'm gonna move him to the collection. So he would potentially get so he gets an additional 10% from Arbiter as well. I'm getting very excited. The problem is books. I already don't have enough books right now to book the champions that I want to build for the other team. Oh, man. I might have to spend some dollars on some books here pretty soon on this account. All right, what do you guys want to see? What do you want me to do? I'm out of I've done the theory crafting and the building on this account for now. I don't want to do Hydra yet because I do want to try and get stuff figured out for my Hydra teams. I also need to look at this really quickly. This is points, right? Yes. Okay. I just wanted to be sure if these were points because if this was damage, I don't do 1.2 billion in damage, but I do 1.2 billion in points. And I'll be running my keys earlier too, so I have access to more of this gear earlier, which would be good news for my clan. I'm so upset. Because building an Oboro would be really, really good for me, and I'm really sad that I don't have any. Because I've fed them long, long ago. We could talk about Loki, yeah. I don't think that's really how I want to read the skills. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Attacks all enemies, has a 30% chance of increasing the duration of all enemy debuffs by 1 turn. Don't sleep on this. I agree. His kit didn't scream anything special to me early on. But yeah, I do kind of want to. I don't know. Maybe we experiment with the Harima Mikage today. Um, but extending debuffs is not something to sleep on. I don't think. Select the target. If the target is an enemy, has a 75% chance of placing a block active skills debuff and a block buffs debuff for 2 turns. If the champion using this skill is under a Veil of Perfect Veil, applies a debuff spread effect, taking 2 random debuffs from a target and placing them. I have a question about debuff spread. And I bet you I won't be able to find an answer. Yeah. Does debuff spread take into account resistance? Here's what I'm asking to be more specific. If I target whoever I think has the lowest accuracy and I land a block active skills and block buffs, and I'm under Veil, so then he casts debuff spread, but everyone else's accuracy is too high or resistance is too high, those will not land. Is that correct? Is this a way to cheese around accuracy levels at all? Or resistance levels at all? Okay. However, I do like this. 75% chance of stealing all buffs from a target. And they're all their turn meter. These effects cannot be resisted. That's really, really good. This is going to be the answer for a lot of lower level players to Ultimate Death Knight. Because you can steal the stone skin. Obviously, there's still a 50% chance that you don't steal the stone skin, but the fact that it cannot be resisted is a big deal. Um, okay, okay. That's interesting. Places a perfect veil buff on this champion for 2 turns at the start of each round. Also places. I have another question then. Let's say you place a bunch of bombs. Like, let's say you AoE place bombs and they land on all 4 people in the arena, and then he casts debuff spread on one of them. Would that add 2 more bombs to everybody else? Okay. Also places perfect whenever their HP drops below 50%. Has a 15% chance to evade an enemy skill and all of its accompanying effects. If this champion is under a veil or perfect veil, the chance to evade increases to 30%. If this champion's HP drops below when targeted by an enemy skill, has a 100% chance to evade that skill and all of its accompanying effects. This guaranteed evade then goes on cooldown, and that's a 4-turn cooldown, unbookable. He's going to be annoying, I feel like, more than anything else because of the evade stuff. I would probably also put him in like a stun set. We don't know anything about them yet. Not officially. There's probably leaks, but My guess is going to be he's probably very good in the dungeon that they're doing. He's not bad in Hydra either. As a block buffer and a veil, like, there's some value there. He also, again, with the turn meter not stolen, can do increased attack, and he could be a cursed set because of the AoE A1. I don't know. It feels like something that has potential that I am not smart enough to make use of. Yeah. I'm thinking about, like, how does he become, how useful is he on my ninja account, right? I'm going to log on to that and think about what, so he's a healer right out the gate. I don't know how much debuff spread will help that account right now, but given that I'm using a lot of burns and poisons, there's potential. Oh, I need to do something real quick. All right, we need to do, you guys wanted some arena. We'll do regular arena on this account. Nope, no kale. They finally deranked me again. Yeah, I can probably beat this one. I think I've beat this one before. I've rebuilt my ninja as well. After my video, I rebuilt my ninja. He's even stronger now. And I rebuilt my Tyrell to be 1 speed faster than him, so I'm no longer running into that problem. Have fun, vodka. Don't slip. Alright, that mission's done. Stage 7 of Fire Knight. Hold up. Oh, it's 10 times. I didn't read that one correctly. Is it stage 7 or higher? I'd like to do it at the higher one if I could. Stage 7 or higher, 10 times on auto. Okay. Let's see if I can do stage 9. I'd like to be able to do stage 10 if I can. But we have to find out and see if this can cut it. It feels like I'm strong enough to do this now, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, but I got smacked these days. And I have some turn meter control with Tyrell. If I can get the shield down before he uses it, which obviously is not happening at the moment, but... Alright. That felt pretty easy. Let's try stage 10. I was really expecting a Prism event with this one too. I mean, that heal reduction's gonna help here. Oh, and I got the turn meter reduction off that. There we go. Why is it... Is there always been a 1 there? Am I crazy that that's not been a 1 there? Alright. I am going to test and see if I... All the other dungeons, I'm on stage 13. But Fire Knight is, of course, a different beast without turn meter control. I think because of Venomage and the heal reduction that we'd be able to pull it off, but I don't know. Because I actually have to get that to land, which is difficult when you're on auto and you're not using presets. And even if I was, I don't know that I'm guaranteed to get the shield down the way that I want to get it down without Armiger. Yeah, this doesn't feel like it's going to work. You can let it go to fill it up, I thought, over weeks. What? Chests at the bottom. Go until you claim them all. And then they reset. But you can only grab all of them once per week. Yeah. Definitely not able to do that. So, stage 10 it is. That's fine. We just need to do 8 more times. No. 4 more times. What's up, Snowy? Oh, the 1 that's also new to you? Yeah. I think after the 2x on Sacreds, if I don't get anything that's... Like, if I don't get a Fenchie or an Allure or anything like that... Oh, I hate this. Stop it! I did so many dungeons while leveling champions, I never had to check that box before. I think I might level Armiger. If I don't get anybody that has turn meter reduction in their kit. Like, I know I have turn meter reduction in Tayrell, but I don't think that's consistent enough since it's on an A3. Like, I would probably, for this boss, instead of... I kind of want to say instead of Tayrell, I think I need the Speed Aura still. So I do think that Spirit Host is necessary here, but if I could bring turn meter reduction A1... I mean, he's landing it there. My free-to-play ninja account is kicking butt. Did you see my score in Clan v Clan? I beat a few people in the clan. Go take a look. I can't look right now. Oh, yeah, Armiger's amazing. Armiger is amazing. Now, admittedly, I'm only bringing him for this particular... I'm only building him for this singular dungeon, but, I mean... The turn meter control he brings is valuable anyway, you know. In anywhere that turn meter control is necessary, he's a good option to have. Exactly. He would also be used in Spider. Yep. You're exactly right. I forgot about that. But, I mean, obviously, if I happen to pull a Cold Heart or, you know... I mean, even if I do pull a Cold Heart, we still need to buy time before she can use her abilities, right? Before her A3 comes off cooldown. So, I still think Armiger is a reasonable choice as my next. For the longest time, I used to say you go starter, epic, legendary, Armiger. I used to say that Armiger would always be your fourth champion. I think there's a lot of turn meter reduction now in the game, but I don't know that I'm gonna get it on on this account. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, no, I love him. He was one of my favorites. I also love his look. I actually really like... I hate the Captain America look to his... Like, I hate the red, white, and blue. But I love the look of his armor. I just wish it wasn't so corny. I haven't heard them talk in a while. They might not still be in chat. Oh, hi, Jinx. I don't know if I said hi to you earlier. Yeah, where's Kenzie? Where'd you go, Kenzie? This is going to sound meaner than I intend for it to be, but, oh, shoot. We did more battles than was necessary. Him and Logic Metal Shaper. I don't. Who is? Oh, Logic slash Metal Shaper. Sorry, is what made Scarab possible for you. I'm pretty sure Logic and Metal Shaper are the two that put shields on a 2-turn cooldown. Yeah. I don't know about a hard Minotaur. I think super raids in Minotaur is really all we need. They wouldn't do a hard Minotaur because it's this. It would put them at a. So right now they want you to buy masteries with gems, right? Because gems are the most likely thing that I think people spend money on. That and shards, right? So they want you to spend gems on masteries. Minotaur is a way to spend gems on masteries, but you do it via energy and save yourself some gems, right? That's the way most people look. That's the way I look at it. That's the way most people look at it. The if they do a hard, or this is the same reason why they don't do super raids, is that the inconvenience is no longer enough to make you pay a premium on masteries, right? Instead of like six to 650 gems or whatever it is, I don't know the exact math, to get your masteries, you'll just pay the 800 gems to get it over with. I don't want to spend my whole night in Minotaur. That's why they don't do super raids for Minotaur, and they probably never will. And I don't think they would, if they give you a hard, it's the same conundrum as not allowing super raids. They don't want it to go fast. They don't want it to be quick and easy. They want you to spend money on masteries. Okay, so I need to do this before reset. One superior force potion. Force dungeon's my weakness. Because I'm all magic. I wonder if both is useful here or not. I doubt it. I don't think he brings anything to the table other than his affinity, but it's not like he's doing the damage, you know? We should check this. Okay. Ooh, shiny. Okay, let's think for a second. Can I get... Oh, stage 13. Man, that honestly changes some things. I'm not going to lie. That... I might have to build Armiger sooner rather than later. And the reason I say that is because... What did I get up to? Did I get up to stage 10, I think, right? Like, that's a big deal. That's a Sacred Shard going into a 2x. Like, I don't want to leave that and miss out on a whole month. Because everything else here I can do, right? I'm about to do this one. I'll do this one on Sunday. This one on Saturday, I think. And then this one, I think, on Monday would be my guess. This one I can also do right now. This one I can do right now. This one I can do right now. But this one I cannot do. But, like, even a 5-star Armiger could do it. Because I have good perception gear. Like, I can get the accuracy I need. Heck, I even have both. If accuracy is really a problem there. What? No, I still need to do the mission. Yeah, I need one superior from the Force Keep. So I'm still going to be doing Force Keep stuff. But let's grind our way up to stage 13. I feel confident I can do it. Even weak affinity. My champions are built relatively well for the limited gear that I have access to. Also, I might be able to participate in Siege this week and hopefully snipe a free win if I can. Good Arvo? I don't know what that means. Oh, afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Are you you must be in a different time zone entirely from me, because it is late for me. All right. I'm just gonna keep pushing. So this is stage 12? New Zealand? Okay. Yeah, I think we have an Aussie in the chat too, I believe. What's the better Doom Tower boss to farm this rotation that we're in right now? The Griffin, I'd say. If you really want to farm something, I'd say the Griffin. I don't farm anything other than Dark Fae, but, you know, I'm lazy. Just trying to spend your keys. Yeah. Griffin would be the best. I guess Nether Spider. Affinity Breaker is really handy. Especially if you're looking to do... Who's your Doom Tower 25 farm? What's your Doom Tower 25 team? I just got a 6-star Primal Chest speed set. You mean mythical speed. With speed sub as the mythical number, and I'm afraid to level it. Why? It's already good now. Like, level it, just get extra stats. Even if it doesn't get speed. It already rolled one tick of speed. That's fine. Magma Dragon. Why would you say Magma Dragon is the best? I can't view that gear. I don't have it on this account. Is there a way for me to view that gear? I can't even view... What's it called? Thank you. He's fatal, right? Nah, I don't think this set's that good. Not when you compare it to... Oops. Nah, look, 5% crit rate. So it's just an attack set. That's the same thing I get from an attack set, except I get an extra 5% crit rate. But you're talking a free ally protect with healing yourself every turn and a chance to completely ignore negative affinities. There's other stuff that can do this. That's what I'm saying. I get that argument. That's a fair argument that you'll use this more than either of those sets. But I'd take speed over this set. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not a fan. Doesn't mean that I'm right. Doesn't mean that I'm wrong. I'm just not a fan of it. I don't know. I don't see the value in that set very often. I just told you, Sky, I don't farm any of it. I don't farm any of that stuff. And no, I don't use a Guardian or an Affinity Breaker. The only reason I mentioned Affinity Breaker, and that's why I asked who their stage 25 is because you may want to put Ninja in Affinity Breaker for stage 25 Sand Devil. That's the only reason I was asking. And that's the only reason, that is the only situation where I would use that set. But here's the thing. My counter argument to you is on my main account, I can guarantee you there's no areas of the game where I use an attack set. I'm certainly not going to use an attack set and get 5% more crit rate. I would much rather get another more viable set for whatever that champion is looking to do. But again, here's the thing too, because this same argument gets me in trouble in the comment section, because I always say that I would prefer to build resilience over swift parry. And people light me up in the comment section because they're like, yeah, but this is a 4-piece set. You're going to get speed and crit damage, and then you get the chance at unkillable. And they're right, but my argument is this is a 2-piece set. And early game, I'll take some HP and defense. So I get where you're coming from. I've experienced this argument on the reverse. But I wouldn't farm any of them. Let me be clear. I wouldn't farm Affinity Breaker. I don't. I don't farm Affinity Breaker. I don't farm Fatal. I don't farm Guardian. And I cannot ever see myself doing it. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, I just won't. I don't care. It's not good gear for what I'm trying to do on my account. But I do see the appeal of it. There have been scenarios on my free-to-play especially before Wixwell where I was like, man, I really wish I had some Guardian gear. And that is why my answer is Guardian. Because I never said, man, I wish I had a Fatal set. It's always been, man, I wish I had a Guardian or I wish I had Affinity Breaker. So that's my mentality. You can pump out more damage just by getting that crit rate for 2-piece. I know a lot of endgame players that farm Magma Dragon. Bro, I feel like you're offended at my opinion. No offense intended. It is simply my opinion. We disagree. It's okay. No Godseeker Tig. Okay, that sucks. Floor 88 on hard. I'd have to go back to that account, but I do want to finish this stuff really quick. Whoops, not that. This. Um, what is? Uh-oh. Come on. I really need this. I really need this. Kale, can you get some healing? Like, come on, dude. Alright, pretty sure Ninja can solo that. I don't think I'm going to push any further. That completes the challenge, though. So we got that out of the way. But yeah, that Fire Knight's Castle, because it's not this weekend, but next weekend should be 2x on Sacreds. And that's a big deal, because that's gonna, if I can get that extra Sacred, that puts me up to 4 Sacreds. I might even be, I don't think I can get the Sacred down here in Nightmare. I don't think I'm there yet. But I might even be, and I already got that Sacred, so these are books, right? No more Sacreds in here. Yeah. There's something so satisfying about destroying teams, double my team power in arena on defense and offense. Teox is so OP, I love it. Yeah. Yeah. It's always fun to get those OP champs. That's kind of why I'm interested in building Allele. I know he's not OP. I know his multipliers suck, but there's something I've lost to an Allele before. And I feel like the damage that I need to do at my level is not as high as what the content creators need to do. So it's something I feel like I might be able to make him work. Okay, I was like, I typed that. Why didn't it post? I'm gonna have to oil this. This is squeaky. Probably annoying the hell out of you guys. What was I talking about? What's a fun project? Now I'm lost. I lost. Oh. You talking about getting the Sacred Shard? Yeah, I mean going into a 2x Sacreds with 4 Sacreds is really good for a new account. Oh, yeah. So for Tormund, so on my account, I know I used Armand's. It's my same team that I use everywhere in Doom Tower. So it's Armand's, Mithrala, my nuker, so Sun Wukong, Ugo for decreased defense, I think. Because I don't want to bring... I stopped bringing Deacon. So then there's Ugo, and then... Alright, let me just look. I'm not going to be able to remember. It's fast enough for me to switch accounts. It's fine. I was talking about building Armiger. Ursula. I use Ursula for the aura. It does take a little bit of luck, and I have to manual it, but Armand's is fast enough on this account that none of it matters. And if he does get frozen, Mithrala takes it off. And Mithrala never gets frozen herself. Unless they proc the 3% or whatever it is. And Ugo even comes with her own mini cleanse too. So you just don't use anything from Ursula. You just A1. That's it. Just A1. Don't decrease attack, increase attack. Just A1. That's all you need to do. If anybody dies, you do have that, additional option to revive them with Ursula. But she's only there for the speed in Doom Tower. That's all. Okay, can I go back to my game now, please? God. Just kidding. Rathalos doesn't make the cut in like any teams on my 2 accounts, if I'm honest. And again, that's a big part to do with the fact that I have Newt. Like, that's a big, Armand or Rathalos has a higher ceiling, but Newt's easier to build and less squishy, which is a big deal for me. Anybody want to buy me a better mic stand? I would love you. Oh, did I hope I didn't strip that. Okay, there we go. I think as far as my setup goes, priority number 1 needs to be a new computer. Basically, here's my thoughts. After tax season, when I pay the taxes on all the money I've made from streaming so far, that extra money goes right back into the business, getting a new computer for streaming and everything. Yeah, like I said, I've got nothing against Rathalos, but I don't run a lot of burners. And he's quite squishy. And I don't have support on my free-to-play account, which is a problem. Honestly, that's why whenever people ask me like what kind of which champion would you want to start a new account, you know, if you take mythicals out of the equation, I would probably want a support. Like I feel like I'd have if I had a Siphi right now, GG. Oh yeah, look at that. Honestly, totally forgot that's a thing. You said that, and I was like, what? Yeah, I should probably build a team for him in Hydra, especially given the increased value of my keys now. Actually, running all 3 keys will be a good thing for me on the free to play. No, the free to play has good burners. I've got a burner provoker. What's his face? Ogren. Ignatius. Although the provoke is a 4-turn cooldown, which is stupid. Why do I have an extra key? Oh, reset day. Yeah. Okay. Where am I in arena? Did I get back into gold? We need to check before I do this. Yep, we're in gold. So I do a lot more damage right now in Clan Boss after the rebuild on my champions. Brutal. I think I put 2 keys in here so far. So key number 3. We still get resisted a lot though, obviously, because we just don't have the good stuff on Ninja. What I love about Ninja, though, is he really only needs 1 of those burns to land. So it's kind of okay. I have really high accuracy on these 2, but because these are also my PvP nukers, they're a little squish. Or sorry, they're a little low on accuracy, rather, because they have to be in lifesteal gear. What is eventually going to happen once I'm not ready to build him 3rd. I still think 3rd is... I still think the epics need to be built now before I take on another legendary, because I'm so far behind the curve with Ninja. Like, I have no books for him. But I do think that I'll be able to build Hefrak. And take Kale out of like this big nuker build that he's in and just put him in like speed and accuracy and just go for pure poison damage on the clan boss. But that's more damage to Brutal than I've been doing. I was doing like 3 million or like maybe 4 million. So that was a little bit of a bad key too. And Venom Mage also needs to get put in a lifesteal here pretty soon. Unless I can find a support or a leech. It's not just books. But yes. Like, This is the current build on him. It's everything. It's silver. It's gear. Like, you know, he's not crit capped. I know he doesn't have to be. I would prefer for him to be so that I get full value out of this, but I don't know that I need it for gold 1. You know what I mean? And I did get a whole bunch of solid gear today. So I've got some good killstroke gear, but none of it had rolled crit rate. So it's kind of put me in this weird spot. Where I'd like to get some crit rate on Heffrack. But I still think it's just, I'm talking leveling him to 6 stars. I don't think I want to level him to 6 stars yet. I would rather get a team to progress in clan boss. And I know that Kale, if I put a better chest on Kale with some speed and accuracy on it, maybe even take off these 2 pieces and just go for like defense on the gloves or something, right? Maybe HP, just get him more tanky. I think I'll do better there. And then Heffrack, not a great banner for him. And not great ring either. Like, you know, the gear is really, really weak right now. But even this is fine. Unfortunately, attack boots, but you know, we can swap those out. Maybe get a speed set on him. I'm not even opposed to getting a resilience set on him if I could. Yeah, that actually might be doable in some cases with some of this gear. Yeah, get a little bit extra crit rate, crit damage, and then we get him in these resilience boots. These might be cheaper to level because they're rare, maybe. I don't know. I have to take something to 16, and I just don't have the silver to do it right now. Exactly. That's what I was saying. You confuse me so much sometimes. Like, you're like, oh yeah, you can use Heffrack without books, but you need to prioritize. Don't prioritize Heffrack. Prioritize clan boss and dungeons. Yes, that's my focus. I think Venom Age is my next 6-star. But after him, I really think I'm going Armiger. And I might even speed up Armiger's progression. I wonder, how much does it cost? I might speed up Armiger's progression to a 5-star, which I don't usually recommend. Like, I don't usually give that advice. I usually say wait. Like one champion at a time is usually my recommendation, but I really kind of need Armiger to complete this mission. Or not mission, this challenge. Oh, I bet you there's another behind this too. So, like, I can knock these out. I should knock these out. Is there a... Where... Okay, where's my next... Oh, yeah, tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow because this is... I can't do this tomorrow. Like, I can't do this until Sunday, right? So I'm kind of stuck for a couple of days. So then I'll shift and pivot and do the challenges. And, like, we can bring Armiger in and rank him up and level him up while we're doing these challenges. These are all easy. This one's tough, and this one is really tough. Because the only champions I can do that on are currently these two, and I've just not been getting amulets on them. So I may have to farm a lot of spider. But I've got, you know, a week to do it, or a week and 3 days. This will also help me get this spirit one done. So this one is Venomage. This one is Armiger. I don't have this one yet. I don't have a Force rank 6. I'm rating very, very close to Hydra, who I do want to use, although I am going to miss increase attack. I know they'd never do it, but I would love to see like a Hydra buff. Like put increase attack on this, or it'd be better on this, but that's maybe too overpowered. I don't know. I guess that would actually make her better probably than Arbiter. I don't ever feed Hydra, but I don't ever use Hydra either. Sorry, my allergies are hitting me here. Okay, let's get back into farming. I definitely think stage 13 is the highest I can go right now. Well said, David Zamora. Oh yeah, Lady Kimmy is so good. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing that keeps popping up in the back of my head is that, you know, we're a handful of days away from a 2x Sacreds, right? We've got all of these different Prism Shard events that keep popping up. It's really hard to commit to an epic when you could very quickly replace them. But you could also get a Pixneal, and then you're, you know, no point, right? Why did I back out of that? I didn't complete the mission. Yeah, I don't know, Snowy, if you watched the OG free-to-play account, but I did that very thing. So there was and I called my shot. So there was a time where I had Husk, I don't think Venomage. I know Husk. Oh, I had like Husk, Hofaries, and Dur as epics on the account, and probably Haikatoon as well. And there was this like, okay, well, who do I build, you know? And I was like, I'm going to build nobody. I'm going to wait until the next shard pull, because what if I get a Geomancer? Those are my exact words. And then that shard pull, I got a Geomancer, and I was like, cool, game over. And so I feel very strongly that that's, you know... Now, there becomes a point, you know, if you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, like that is far less viable to an account, right? But I think it's important to play in that way, where you're always being aware, you know. Now let's say that I didn't pull Geomancer there. Well, then I just don't. Then I level one of those champions that I said I wouldn't. You know, I say, okay, well, didn't get the Geomancer that I wanted, so now we'll level Husk or whoever. Probably would have been, I think Fenshi I would have gone with, because he would have been, at the time, I did not have an allure. But yeah, you know, I pulled the Geo, and I was like, okay, cool, well, now that's obvious. Geo is the priority, right? And that account started with a Deacon Armstrong, so I was pretty well in control. Wait. Are those the superiors? No. I always forget what they look like. Speaking of, I've been thinking about whether Geo is worth pulling Sacreds for in this 15x coming up, as rare as the drop rate is, or holding off for this new event, or even a 2x Sacred with a Lego chance. We live in a very tricky time, Snowy. If you would have asked me a year and a half ago, I would say wait until the 2x. But no, I think I still say wait until the 2x. Although Geo, man, the stuff Geo can do for you is pretty insane. I've pulled during progressive chances for epics before. Like, I went after, specifically, I wanted a second copy of Ugo, and I went after her and didn't pull any. So I don't think it's necessarily the right call. I think you are better off waiting for a 2x. I'll say this, It depends on what other benefits there are during it. Now, you're obviously talking about something specific. I am unaware of what you're currently referring to. I assume it's probably in the news related. They're probably doing a progressive chance this weekend during the same time as the upcoming tournament, or not tournament. What is it, like a Deck of Fate or a Path, Heroes Path event or something? I haven't heard that. I haven't watched any content on it. Let me say that much. However, and man, Geomancer, if you're gonna get an epic, Geomancer is one to go for it. But if there are no worthwhile rewards in that path that you want, I don't think it's the right call to pull. But if there are stuff, if there is stuff in that rewards that you want, and you calculate that you can get it with the, X number of sacreds, then it might be worth it for you to also get a Geomancer. But I know nothing about your account. I'll say this, I would not do it on this free-to-play. Also, keep in mind, we're at the end of this current fusion. Those could be used in the next fusion, right? That's where I would prefer to use my sacreds, is in a fusion. Now, I feel like, personally, on this account, I might be far enough away from a fusion. I don't know. Maybe I don't pull during the 2x. Yeah, I just don't feel comfortable going for a fusion until I'm on stage 20. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. The dungeon divers is what would get me. So yeah, I'll be pulling for the 2x, but depending on where your account is at, if you think you could go for the next fusion, those are really good in the summon rush. Sky does make a good point that I didn't consider, that you do have Ninja now. But Geo can do some stuff. Geo can cheese some stuff. I don't know that Ninja can cheese everything. Or I don't know that Ninja can cheese some things in the way that Geo can cheese things. Yeah, Iron Twins, Nether Spider, the two that I was thinking of when I said that. Oh, RSL Helper update available. Nice. I'll get that update before tomorrow. It's too late now. I don't care. Dude, this was a fun stream. I'm going to call it here in just a bit. I kind of want to just get this Superior and be done with it. Yeah, sorry, I was comparing Geo and Ninja. I had already said that I don't think you pull during the event. It's a pretty low threshold to cheese with Geo. You just need maybe, you know, increased defense, strength, and ally protect. Obviously, those may be what you're saying you don't have, but even single target ally protects can sometimes be enough for a Geomancer team. But yeah, I don't think that the ninja argument is a really, really sound one, and I don't think that that's I think having the ninja just completely... I was already leaning into saying, yeah, save those sacreds for a fusion. Granted, I don't know where your account is, right? But the ninja argument kind of solidifies that quite a bit. I feel like I'm running this tonight. I'm glad RSL Helper is up. That means I can run this all night without discrepancy. I will use up the last of this energy, and then I am going to call it a night. And I will see you guys in the morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. That was really useful. Also, thanks, Sky. Sky was very... contributed quite a bit to that. It's what I love about Raid, is there's never a clear-cut answer, and sometimes there's stuff that you don't even think about, you know, that you want to bring up. Man, there's something I want to talk about. I briefly talked about it with vodka. Nah, it's something that I don't want to get me in trouble within the Raid community, but it really ticked me off pretty bad. I don't want to burn bridges before I even cross them. Would Cold Heart be a direct replacement to Armiger? Yes and no. I think Cold Heart pairs very well with an Armiger. If you get the speeds right, you're probably fine. But if I'd say that with having a Tayrell, Cold Heart and Tayrell would probably be enough. The reason that Cold Heart is so great is his turn meter controls on his A1. So he just needs to keep landing that A1. You know? And you don't need him to do damage. You just need him to be crit capped. You can put him in crit rate gear. You can put him on with 5-6-star crit rate gloves. Very easy to crit cap him. And then you just build everything else speed and accuracy. And that A1 buys time. So basically, because his A1 is only 15%? It might be 30%. Yeah, it's 30%. So, but that's on some bosses they have that. They have that, right? So some bosses it's only 15% turn meter reduction. But what he does is he buys time. So like if you think of the turn meter bar and it's filling up, down, filling up, down, filling up, but it's not steady. Like I mean, I can't really widen this that much, but like let's say that it's filling, and he takes it down a little bit. Filling, he takes it down a little bit. Filling, he takes it down a little bit. Filling, takes it down a little bit, right? And then, we're about to be done, right? He's going to run out. Well, then Cold Heart takes it down a lot. You know what I mean? And so I really like them paired together to prevent a champion from taking a turn. And of course, Cold Hearts also does a ton of damage. And even booked, I think Cold Heart, her A3, I think is a 4-turn cooldown. Even booked. Yeah, it's a 4-turn cooldown, and that's why I did that 4 times, that whole thing. So, they're not apples to apples. But what Cold Heart and Armiger can do for you together, this will take down the shield, and then once the shield is down, Armiger buys you the time for this to come off cooldown, basically. And then, of course, this does enemy max HP, so it hits like a truck on bosses. And these lower end bosses do not take... They don't reduce the damage they take from enemy max HP. So, let me see if I can find it. I don't know that I can look far enough on this account right now. But if we look at stage 10 and you go to boss guide, you'll see there's nothing in here about enemy max HP on stage 10. Just for the sake of argument, let me swap really quickly because it doesn't take that long for me to swap, which is good. So in the later stages, this is obviously hard mode, but Almighty Strength, damage from skills that scale based on enemy max HP cannot exceed 10% of the boss's max HP when attacking the boss. So, and that obviously that's on hard mode, but even if I go back to normal mode, and I think it's so no Almighty Strength on stage 20, but I think if you go, yeah, there it is. So stage 21, that starts happening. And I think it's like that on all of the bosses. So same thing for Spider. Almighty Strength. And that's why Newt is so powerful, because Newt can do it 3 times. So he hits that cap 3 times in a row. Nope. Now, the only champion that is a true replacement for Armiger, and there are some champions that are very good. For example, Fenshi, as a 3 times hitter, and each has a chance to reduce the turn meter by 15%. So this can do similar. It is on a 2-turn cooldown, by the way, which is nuts. So that can do good work when paired with another turn meter reduction champion, right? So Fenshi's really solid, and it's a triple hitter too. So you're and he has a triple hitter on the A1, so you're gonna and on the A2, two times hitter. So Fenshi is really good in Fire Knight. What kind of champions can out damage those max HP champions with regular damage? Ninja Geo, maybe not Geo. So with the gear and the plus and the empowerment and everything that we have now, you can really start to stack some damage with high multipliers. So champions that have really high multipliers, single target hitting, um, have the opportunity to out damage the enemy max HP in those later stages. But also remember their defense is also rising in those later stages too. So that's why in the dungeons, enemy max HP is still king. The reason that other damage dealers are finding so much success in like Hydra is because of the way that the decapitated heads mechanic works. Yeah, and again, Hydra changes the template on that because decapitated heads, just the way that damage is applied to them, I guess they're not really suffering from that 10%, or you can do so much more damage to them that the enemy max HP damage falls off in the late game. So on Nightmare, you'll see a lot of people now are running these better teams, these different teams that are using non-enemy max HP, because you're just going to do so much more damage with like Mikage and Harima, Mikage and Ninja, Mikage and Oboro. Those combos are pretty high up there these days. Um, so what made like Acrizia so great early on is that it was just easier because they have so much more HP in the end game that 10% was still a ton of damage. That's not the case anymore because of what you can do to the decapitated heads. I'm not quoting your exact numbers. I'm saying in general, with the way Hydra works, regular damage dealers do more, and you already know this, do more than enemy max HP champions. But the reason enemy max HP champions were so good 6 months ago or a year ago, before Hydra Clash became a thing, is because they were just easier to build. There weren't these races for massive damage totals or anything like that. And now that everybody wants the highest Clash scores, times have changed. I was worrying whether I should max him, thinking I could pull a Cold Heart at any point, so that relieves all that. Thank you. Yeah, I'd love a Fenchi. His kit and design looks incredibly clean. Oh, Fenchi's one of my favorite Shadowkin on looks. Yeah. Yeah, I remember I pulled Acrizia during a 10x. This was right before they started doing progressive chances, and I was like, screw it, I'm going all in. And I actually it was a calculated decision because it was a hero's path, I think. No, it was a card flip. No, what was it? It was a hero's path. So it was a hero's path for Kira, and I had pulled Tatsu. So I was basically like, okay, I know I'm going to get Kira, and there's a 10x for Acrizia, so I don't feel bad about this. And I went all in, and I pulled Acrizia and got Kira. So then I also got Mikage all at the same time. It was a really crazy time. Um, and so I was super happy about the whole result there. Um, I think it was that. I remember going all in for the Kira and getting somebody else during that. Now, I could be wrong. It could have been a different event, but I'm pretty sure that I pulled a Acrizia and Kira at the same time. And then I was able to get Mikage. But yeah, Acrizia, when I got her, was the queen of Hydra. And I think that they need to take a look at enemy max HP, given what empowerment has done. I mean, even just changing that to 15% instead of 10%, just in Hydra. You don't have to do it in the dungeons. It's still king in the dungeons, but um, you know, with the ignore defense stuff that we have now, the empowerment stuff, like just the pure raw stats that we have in the game now, it's really scaled in a way that enemy max HP falls off. And the frustrating thing from the perspective of somebody that does have a Crizia is there's nothing I can do to improve this. Like, a Crizia already does the maximum amount of damage she can do. It doesn't matter if I get a new blessing. It doesn't matter if I put her in merciless. Doesn't matter if I put her in cruel, or not cruel, sorry, savage. There's no possible way for me to make her do more damage in Hydra than she's currently doing, because of the way that it works. So it is something that I hope they address later on. I'm sorry, I was looking at her eyes. Her eyes from far away look so like foggy and fake. When you zoom in, they're still not like, she doesn't blink. Granted, I don't think anybody does in this game, but yeah. I think it's a good, I mean, what they did in the game is they just made champions stronger, you know? But obviously people get power crept in that process. All right. I'm going to set it on auto this time, and we're just going to try to pay attention, but I don't know that it's even going to work. Well, this was discussed, that podcast that I was on, not the one I was on, but the episode of the podcast before I was on it. They went into heavy discussions about, like, should they buff enemy max HP champions, you know, in Hydra, and so on and so forth. And it's honestly, like, not as cut and dry, because how do you know, you can buff them all you want. It doesn't change. I don't know that you can buff them to a point where they can do the type of damage that Trunda or Terras or any of these attack-based champions can do. I had a blast on the podcast, Justin. The only problem with the podcast is that it is on Sunday afternoons, and I'm a family man. Like, my family is the most important to me, so I don't want to do anything that's going to take time away from my family on the weekends. It's bad enough that I'm going to have to work retail again until we get orders. I would love to be able to do this full time, but you're talking a drastic difference in income that, I mean, I can no longer afford it. Like, I'm not able to currently fulfill my obligations financially to the family that we had agreed upon. So yeah, they talked about it in depth. I would love to see, like, a small buff, maybe 5%, maybe 10% more damage. But I don't know that it's ever going to get close to what a Trunda team can do. Hey, stop. I'd like to think it would, but I don't know that it will. Septimus absolutely needs a big buff. How to do it? Well, let him break the 10% cap. Yeah, potentially. We're talking specifically for Hydra, though, Vodka. Well, no, I get what you're saying in that regard, I suppose. I'm just speaking from a position of frustration because I have a Crizia that was a super leap for me as a low spender on my main account, and that turned into nothing for me now. I mean, something. I can do 1.2 billion, so at least there's that, but I'm not saying they nerf. I'm not saying they nerf Trunda. I honestly think that they're. I don't know how they do it. It's so busted right now. Snowy, were you here earlier? Did you not see what Trunda can do in comparison? I can show you really quickly. But then I really do have to call it a night. I'll give you guys 3 minutes of Hydra here. All right, Vodka. I'm gonna mod somebody just to whenever Vodka mouths off like that. Oh yeah, she's got one now. Yep. And then Ugo. Now, this is not the best team I can make, and I'm sure Sky's already typing that before I even look. I have better teams than this that I can make, but this is my team that I like to use because I made it. I was proud of it. Who am I forgetting? Oh yeah, Archer. Thank you, Vodka. So, Snowy, what I'm about to show you, please understand that the Trunda what my Trunda does pales in comparison to what other Trundas can do, okay? I'm not going to log onto their account because I'm about to go to bed, but I do want to mention that ahead of time. So, this is my Acrizia team. I don't have a really good target right now, but if you look at Newt's damage there, well, they're not under decreased defense yet, so that was a bad example, but you'll see later on, I'll do like maybe 10 minutes of this, but there's Acrizia's damage. So I've gone through the whole rotation, and we did 3.1 million. This is nightmare difficulty, of course, right? So if I can get a decreased defense, I will show you what that can do. We'll get Weaken out there. I'm willing to bet I can probably get a cooldown reduction to occur on my Newt. and show you, but to let you see what the cap is, because the damage that he did there wasn't the cap. This might be the cap, so let's find out. Yeah, so 381, 388. Did you see how those two numbers were exactly the same? But here you're doing 7-1, 7-4, and 7-3, right? That's because she was capped. She can't do any more damage than that on this head. Each head has a different cap of damage that you can do. So, because he's under decreased defense and weaken, that Acrizia is able to do the highest amount of damage she can do to that head. Now, that A1 hits less. So that's why she didn't hit the cap there, as far as multipliers go. And the thing is, that multiplier stays the same even when the head is dead. So if Newt gets his A3 here, and we don't, so he's actually not, okay, he doesn't get it here, but he'll get it on the head that's dead, because this head's going to die in a second. And you'll get to see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this will be able to show you, because I still think Newt can do full damage to this head. So he should do 381, 388. The first hit might not, because they have buffs. They have an increased defense, but let's see. Yeah, so the other two did 381, 388. So we're 12 turns in, and we've done 8 million. All right? Now, again, I will say to you that what I'm about to show you pales in comparison to what other accounts can currently do compared to mine. And that's very important to understand. Let's see. We also need Kage. We need Lydia. Oh, Lydia's already there. Oh, my reset champions. Yep. Lady of Irith now, and Emic. Okay. The turn orders are messed up, but this is still going to kind of demonstrate what you're looking at. Now, granted, this is a lower difficulty. So the reason I'm doing it on normal is the defenses are way lower, the speeds are lower, the stats are lower. This is easier for me to achieve at this level. I don't need cooldown reset yet. I do want to get another Mikage turn if I can. And we'll refresh some cooldowns here. Little cleanse. Hex. And now you're going to see. So this is Trunda's A2. But that's only the beginning. So now I'm resetting cooldowns. We're getting this stuff out here. We do want to kill this head so it doesn't take off any debuffs right now. And because this head's a better affinity for me to target. I'm going to need Hex again, so I think I want to do there. Alright, there's the Hex that I want. A cooldown reset. And let's give Trunda turn meter here so she goes next. Damn it! Alright, didn't want those heads to wake up, but either way, you're about to see what I'm talking about. And that's where I need the decreased speed, but... yeah, not optimal. We really didn't want those heads to come back there like that, but... again, we're so fewer turns in than what we were, and again, this is not the ideal team for this. Yeah, we'll cycle her back around. Oh, cooldown reduction. Let's go. We want to get Hex out there. There's that. Cooldown reduction. I think Trunda's ready to go now. We'll hit here. I really need to fix her because she needs to stop A1ing that Fearhead. To be completely honest, this is not going very well for me. It's the passive? Okay. Not ideal settings, but we'll go for it. I really just want to restart this run at this point. Alright, I really want to kill this head. Alright, I think the only damn. There we go. That's a much better result. Now, I should be doing even more than that. But I will pull up this for you. So that's 3 turns in. And he did 300,000 total damage. Or did I say 1,000? 300 million total damage. Does that make sense, Snowy? And if my account didn't suck, you'd be able to see with much more efficiency what I'm trying to do here. So, I am going to very poorly explain to you why she's able to hit that hard. There we go. So that was 23 million damage on one hit there by her A2. So that's what I've been looking for. And that wasn't even the best case scenario. But if you can hit it with one of the smaller heads. So the reason that happens, attacks one enemy and attacks all other enemies with a second hit, dealing 60% of the damage inflicted from the first hit. Basically what's happening is all the multipliers that you get whenever you attack an enemy, right? Are getting multiplied again on the second hit. So you're taking already multiplied damage and then multiplying it again, essentially. And then that's getting increased via Hex. That's why Hex is so important. And all the hits are considered single target. So that mitigates some of the AoE damage reduction that exists from one of the heads too. Yeah, what does Gerptuck do? What is he? Is he Ogren or... Yeah, he's Ogren. Oh. And he puts those poisons on them. And brings up block buffs. That's... Man, I need Gerptuck. So, yeah, Snowy, this wasn't a problem until Hydra Clash. And somebody found out, oh, hey, the way this is coded is broken. Trunda doesn't create insane damage. But what they do, if you want to, I'll pull that clip back up, that screen cap back up, and I'll show you the team. So that's Yumeko number 1, and that's Yumeko number 2. So both of those Yumekos are resetting each other and resetting everybody's cooldowns. So everybody gets to use the right cooldown at the right time. So when all of these heads are dead, you can just cycle into this constant redoing of this. And when the heads come back alive, because you're able to get all the abilities that you want up again, they die again, and they die again, and they die again, and they die again. And people are putting up hundreds of billions of damage with this now, if not more. Yeah. So like in my team, it's a budget version of that. I still have to use A1s, I have to use A3, like I'm using their whole ability from their kit. Because I just don't have that constant cooldown reduction. But Yumiko's is so good and so consistent. Yeah. So it's really, a lot of people early on were like, oh, just nerf Yumiko and that would fix it. But now people are still coming out with these teams that don't even that use different champions. So yeah, and now it's, yeah, exactly. Now it's where people are doing it on Nightmare too, which is crazy to think about. Absolutely crazy. What is Merciless? Merciless is cooldown reduction, right? At that point? Yeah, decreasing a random cooldown in Merciless and then 35% ignoring defense. The reason I'm asking that is you wouldn't want to go 9-piece, I assume, with Trunda. That would be a damage loss, right? Wouldn't Trunda getting a second turn be a damage loss? Because you would just... If you have a Blood Shield ring, that's not 9 pieces. Hey, just checking out small streams and seeing how people are doing since I'm really bored. Poor timing, Fuzzies. I'm about to log off, but I'm a little hurt. I mean, I guess relative to other streamers, this is kind of small, but this is a big stream compared to what I was, 2-3 years ago streaming to one viewer. I'm usually getting about 30 to 40 people a stream now, so. But I appreciate that sounds very cocky. That's not who I am as a person, but appreciate you coming and hanging out. Read Zeal. Okay. Wait. I think I have one piece of Zeal on the account, but I may have gotten rid of it. I probably have more on the second account. I know it's a gear set. Vodka. I don't know that there's a way for me to view it. Yeah, because how can I view the set if I don't own it? Oh, makes sense. I'll definitely check out more of your streams in the future since you seem pretty cool. I appreciate that, Fuzzies. I really do. Okay, here we go. This tells me Zeal anyways. What? That's only a 2 set. This game is the most frustrating. Alright, we'll go over to the free-to-play. I think I have one piece of Zeal on the free-to-play. But that's what's crazy about this, Snowy, is that the meta is, like, always changing. You know what I'm saying? I thought I saw it. There it is. Yeah, okay. Wait, Zeal's only a 2-piece set? I thought this was a 9-piece set. Okay, hold on. Crit damage plus 20 plus 3% damage for every 25% HP this champion has. Hold on. Does that include shields? Oh, you're just flat out saying, oh, no. Why word it like that? That's stupid. Oh, do they word it like that so you do less damage if you're below full health? Is that why they word it that way? Okay. Just sometimes they're dumb the way they code, they're, describe some of this stuff. All right. Well, we have gone down this rabbit hole, but I hope that answered your question, Snowy. It is a very, very unique time as far as Hydra goes. Um, I currently am only able to do about a 1.5 billion, I'd say, total between the Trenda team and my main team, which you saw how that one was working. So, oh yeah, Gerp Tuck, yeah, no. I can imagine. Yeah, the damage scales very, very large. And so, by the way, if I understand correctly, that 12% from Zeal is added on the first hit and the second hit. And you're so now you're doing 12% more damage on the first hit, and then 12% more damage to 60% of the 12% more damage. It's like it gets, crazy. Yeah. There's another team out there too that's doing there's an ironclad team, right? That's meta right now. Um what is ironclad? Is he sacred? Oh, he might be barbarians. If he's not this, then he's orc. Yeah, orc. Okay. What's up, freak? Yeah, I'm about to log off. There's an ironclad team right now. So ironclad, when healed, will attack all enemies, inflicting damage proportional to any surplus heal. Damage inflicted is equal to 50% of any surplus heal. I don't know who works with him, but yeah, there's a big ironclad damage dealing team right now. Um, yeah, it's nutty. I don't know what the record is for right now for Hydra. But like they're to the point now where they're min maxing. So this is something that Vodka told me the other day that didn't even occur to me. Um, you don't want to waste any turn. Any one turn needs to be giving you value, right? So like I ran relentless on my champions in Hydra with the idea being that they get extra turns, and then I mitigate a lot of the mechanics of Hydra. But the reality is that now I don't want to do that. Now those extra turns that I'm not doing any damage to the heads is a wasted turn because 1500 is a guarantee now for these teams, 1500 being the term limit. Um so when you have a guaranteed 1500 turn limit, every single one of those turns needs to do something important. And it's so like that's how they're min maxing this, the higher end stuff. And these are all pay to win. I mean, crazies. Like not to insult vodka here, but I'm talking about the higher uh, echelon of damage dealers. It's nutty. Not anything that I'm gonna compete with on any of these accounts for sure. So, okay. Well, I'm already well over time, and I was hoping to go to bed at midnight. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, 9:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We will be doing something. I don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow. I would like to do some live arena. We haven't done that in a while, and I really want to Play around with old Georgian now that I've got him. I want to see. Did I get it finished? Did I finish booking him? Man, I can't. I just can never go to sleep, can I? There's always something else that I want to find out, and I still have to log back in with RSL Helper updated. Personal best 17.5 million. Congrats, freak. How do you deal with the Head of Decay, the one that keeps stealing buffs? That's not Head of Decay. That's Head of Mischief, and it's called a Mischief Tank. Is how you deal with that. And so basically, you build a high resist champion that has longer lasting buffs. Usually a self buffer sometimes will work. Somebody that gives them, like for me, on my free to play, I kind of use Mithrala as my kinda. And I say kinda because the buffs, sometimes other champions buff themselves and get more buffs than her. Yeah, vodka is a great source on the Discord for that. But what did I want to do? I wanted to look at books. Did I get... No. Oh, yeah, it went in the A1. I remember now. I'm sad again. I mean, he's doing full damage now at least, so... So here's something I never understood about Mischief Chanks. How do you keep Shamael? How do you keep buffs on him? Like, my self buffers usually end up with more buffs than he does. Do you run him slow? Slow and a blood shield ring. Got it. Yeah, freak, you do need high resist for that. I did a my Mischief tank for a while was Ultimate Death Knight. And it wasn't very, I didn't have the builds right. He was slow enough to be it. So his buffs wouldn't fall off as much, but and then there was always the percent chance that if he did target a different head, that they might target UDK, which was a thing, if I remember his kit correctly. Because the bosses can avoid his mechanic. Yeah, it's 50% chance. So there was the 50% chance that if somebody had more buffs, he would still get targeted. But it never... I just lost too much damage doing that. Correct. That's why you need a provoker, freak. That head that cleanses the Hydra team can be provoked. So if you bring a provoker, like Wixwell works very well there. He's my provoker on my free to play team. And if you bring him with someone that has high resist and he puts intercept on them, that can usually act as your mischief tank. But sometimes things don't work the way you want. But that's what I do. I always intercept my Mithrala and make her my mischief tank. The problem is that he also has counterattack and my Newt also gets counterattack. So sometimes I have more buffs on those two than my Mithrala has. So if your speeds are fast enough, a one well, so Wixwell's is his A1, but on my free to play account, my team is fast enough that Wixwell will A1 and then land it and still get a chance to use other abilities. You just need to get faster, which is a difficult thing to do, but eventually you'll get better provokers as well. So, for example, my best provoker right now on my account is who we've been talking about a bunch here. He's a lizard man. Vargal. So this is a 2-turn provoke. It's a 1-turn provoke, but it on a 2-turn cooldown. But then there are other provokers that can get 2-turn provokes. So Molly, for example, can potentially get 2 turns, but it's only a 50% chance. And then this is why I went really hard and got Archer Queen on my main account, because this is always a 2-turn provoke. And some newer champions also do 2-turn provokes if it's a boss. I feel like there was a new champion that did that. Who am I thinking of? It's not Shayak, right? No. I feel like somebody new did a 2-turn provoke. Yeah, I know Bivald is really good too. He's one I wanted for a long time. Is he really Bannerlords? No. I looked right at him. I must have. Yeah, I did. Because Bivald also has a chance on the A1. And both of his provokes go through weak hitting. So if the Poison Cloud is out, it's a non-factor. Or if it's a wrong affinity, it's a non-factor. Yeah, Hydra does have quite a few champions that are key factors, but you know, you'll get there eventually. It just takes time. Keep in mind, like, I'm just now doing enough damage to Hydra, and I'm almost a year in. So stream died. Yeah, I've got no dropped frames. I'm showing 10,000 kilobytes. I'm good on my end. No, exactly. No, please understand that no, this is something that vodka does that hurts me, and it might hurt you guys too. Um, that the scale at which we are at our levels, hitting those personal records, be proud of that. Be proud of your only 70 million damage on clan boss. Yeah. enjoy, that's the fun of this game. You don't have to be the very best. And to be honest, unless you're, I mean, there is somebody legitimately who has confessed that they spent $1 million on their account. They are rich. We don't know who they are, but they were on Ash's channel. I recommend checking out that video. It's crazy. And they're not the top player in the game. So, make of that what you will. I know Vodka is not the highest spender in the game. He won't even become a member of the channel. So, he's not dropping money, huge dollars on this game because he can't afford to be a member. By the way, I don't care, guys. I only make that joke with Vodka because it's Vodka. If you guys can't afford to become members, it's totally fine. I totally get it. Oh, I'm on top chat this whole time. I gotta stop doing that. But yeah. Yeah, there's such a difference between whales and krakens. People could call me a whale for what I spent on Archer Queen. Well, I mean, everybody's whale is relative to their account. That's what I spent vodka to get Archer Queen from Prisms. I don't talk about that much because I don't want the wife to know what I spent. Oh, see, that's where we differ well, I get okay, a whale spends that, a kraken is spending a K to 10K a month. I think Thor will be the next fusion, but I don't know if it's going to be a game changer. I'm going to tell you, here's my theories. I think it'll probably be a mid-level fusion, and then the game changer is going to be hidden behind prism shards again, like Archer Queen was. Okay, I really am going to end stream. I have to get off. I can't. I could talk all day. I know you just asked me about Loki's Kit Freak. I'm very sorry. If you can make it to stream tomorrow, re-ask me, and I can get you a better answer because it's already. I wanted to be off by midnight, and here we are at 70 minutes over. So, um, I gotta set this up to run tonight to get masteries done, and then get ready for tomorrow. And I have a hard stop at noon tomorrow because we have to go to a going away for one of my wife's coworkers. So, um, no, Snowy. I think they're gonna do the same thing they did with the Monster Hunter stuff. So there's probably gonna be a hero's path or a card flip or something to get somebody, and then there's gonna be. I don't think they do it in a tournament. People don't like those. Um, and then I think they'll do a fusion, and then they're gonna do a login one, like they're doing. So, oh, she was also in a tournament, but see, they didn't originally announce that. If you remember correctly, originally Archer Queen wasn't going to be in a tournament. She was going to be Prisms only, and then during the 10x events that they did. But then people were mad because everyone wanted Archer Queen, so they added her to a tournament later on. I don't know if that was the original plan or not. Yeah, Alterion was a hero's path, and then What was the void? He was Fatalis was a guaranteed, right? Was he? I feel like was he a card flip? What's the card flip one? Not Hero's Path. What is that? Well, then he must have been a guaranteed, right? Yeah, fragment card flip thing. Thank you. What is that called? Deck of Fate. Thank you. Yeah, he was a Deck of Fate. Yeah. So I suspect that's what they're going to do again. Because that was very profitable for them. They were like, oh, if we make good champions and we do these cool events. Morning, Pie. Guys, I wanted to be such a dick. I wanted to be like, good morning, Pie. Goodbye, Pie. Click. And then log out. I'm logging off, Pie. So the timing is bad. I'm about to get off. And all right. I'm out. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern. No more questions. No more pictures.